Warriors on 3, job on 6. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, and welcome into tonight's webcast on a delay of the Cherry Creek Bruins and your Arapahoe Warriors here from beautiful LPS Stadium in Littleton, Colorado. My name is Max Shaver, joined alongside the wonderful, phenomenal Trey Larson. We apologize for the technical mishaps we have been having. As you know, OBS Studio just got a new update in, and they decided, hey, let's not make the audio want to connect at all. So we apologize for the delay that has happened, as our audio is just not deciding to connect, and I have to get our clock fixed. It has been a day, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. There we go. There's our clock. And Trey, are you here?
Yeah. Am I?
You are here. Wait, hold on. I'm still on assembly mode. Let's turn that off. And then, see, we're still running a little behind, and so let's get you turned up, Trey.
Okay, here we go.
Get me turned down. There we go. Sorry about that, folks.
Well,
Life of when you do a million things at once.
Right.
So score is currently 0-0. Arapahoe just, unfortunately, we missed all of the starting introductions and all of that fun stuff. And I don't know who has the ball.
Well, start off the game, Nick Pangborn. If you didn't see that, great save there. Cherry Creek got a couple shots on goals to start, but none allowed to go in. So we get, I believe that's West Foa bringing it around, or excuse me, that's, oh my gosh. Okay, first game of the season. My score sheet is totally messed up.
Yeah, we like to apologize. We've been gone. We've been gone for a while. Decided to have a little bit of a blackout following the Coliseum broadcast. If you don't know, that was 20 broadcasts for me. Hey! That's number 19, Nick Parker, to open up the scoring for the Warriors.
Here we go, Nick. Good start for the Warriors. He's been one of their most consistent shooters. He's averaging 2 goals a game. Against Kent Denver on the 4th, he had 2 goals. So good start for him. Warriors start ahead of the game immediately, or in the first couple of minutes here. Coming into this game in the Chassa RPI, Cherry Creek is 8-0. So are the Warriors, Warriors are 7-0, excuse me. But Cherry Creek ranks the #1 team in the state of Colorado. Arapahoe just a couple tiers down at the 5th.
And why is my clock camera not working? Oh, we're still on. Yeah, I apologize. Grant, do you want to drive the camera for me real quick? Thank you. This is our DJ, Grant Carlscott, driving the camera for me. I appreciate it. This is what happens when a million things decide to fail all at once. We appreciate you sticking with us. We're starting to look like Cherry Creek Sports Network.
Game, or my first game, Max.
First game in a minute, let's say that.
Yeah.
First game in a minute.
I'm used to my basketball stuff. I haven't quite mastered the
auto lacrosse. Good save
lacrosse,
there.
Yeah. Great save by Pangborn once again.
Yeah, Nick Pangborn, only a junior. I hope you guys can hear us. That would be nice, and it looks like you can.
Jeez, it's a mess over here. All right, Creek with the ball, bringing it around the top.
Tighten up, Trey.
Good defense from the Warriors so far. Still no goals allowed for Creek. Another great save by the goalie, Nick Pangborn. It's been a brick wall so far. That's Maxwell throwing it over to Connor Gilchrist. Then here comes Carson Cronin running in fast. Passes it around the back of the net over to Parker. Nick Parker bringing it around, doesn't have a shot.
Over into Brody Nelson, still wearing that number 2 from last year, into Napalili. Napalili decides to swing around and not take a shot. Warriors are actually up 1-0 right now. Forgot to update the scoreboard. Knew I was forgetting something. That goal seemed a little too, I think I didn't do enough there. As here comes Nick Parker. Parker wearing 19 instead of 16. Here comes T-Nap. T-Nap only a sophomore.
And he's averaging the most goals this season for the team, averaging 2.3 goals. He as well, same as Nick Parker, had 2 goals in their recent game against Kent Denver. They won that one 11-2. It's a shot. It's a nice shot there from Brody Nelson, just above the right corner. Out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Warriors.
And my replay is not working. Don't know why that is. And we just, so many little things that definitely show I haven't broadcasted a game in a minute.
Napa Lily still with it behind the goal.
Don't know why
passed over to Nelson.
Don't know why my replay is not working.
The captain trying to set up his team here, takes a hit. Passed it over to Webster. Webster, a missed pass, goes back up to the half line.
If you don't know, Holden Webster committed to Illinois Wesleyan University to play lacrosse. Always love to see Warriors out and about.
Yeah, absolutely. A
couple
couple of
collegiate level.
A couple of commits for this lacrosse team. Wes Foa, Brody Nelson, Peyton Maxwell, to name a few. All 3 of those guys captains this season. Warrior ball.
So Landon Wilson will get some playing time here as he subs in. Landon Wilson, one of my, if I'm going to be honest, one of my favorite people. Just a genuinely nice guy. And if you don't know, he was part of that journalism crew with me and Trey for Trey's first year.
That's Parker over to Foa. Foa spins, tries to find Parker, ends up in Brody Nelson's stick. Nelson getting defended tightly, loses it, but it's found by Sawyer Sullivan. Sullivan, another sophomore for this team, as well as a couple other guys who are on the field right now.
I'd like to apologize. A minute ago, when we were opening and getting ready, I may have said some words that weren't the most professional. I hope they didn't come through, but it was very frustrating when something that has had the reputation of working stops working, and you got to quickly work your way around and find a way around it. And as the Marines say, improvise, overcome, adapt to survive, and we were able to do that here.
Nelson finds Sullivan at the top. Sullivan's shot went right. It was a good shot opportunity for the sophomore, but just misses.
Yeah, Sawyer Sullivan, he's been getting a lot of playing time this year. As there goes Tyler Napoli, takes a little slip there. Been getting a lot of playing time this year for the Warriors, and has been a really dominant player when it comes to scoring and shooting goals. And speaking of which, we weren't able to bring this in because the game started right when we went live. But we'd like to mention this is a top 5 matchup. Arapahoe ranked number 3 and Cherry Creek ranked number 1. The reason Arapahoe's ranked so low, considering that both of these teams are undefeated, is it's all about the RPI. Who you play, strength of schedule, and Cherry Creek has definitely had the harder strength of schedule compared to the Warriors. You know, sometimes that's something you can't control. And Arapahoe taking on Cheyenne Mountain and a handful of other schools was no help.
Creek finally gets the ball onto their side of the field. Felt like Warriors dominated the last 5 minutes, but now the Bruins can settle back down, try to get some shots on net. That's Ollie Nolting, the captain, bringing it around.
Yeah, Ollie Nolting, one of the most important guys for this Cherry Creek squad, as he takes a shot wide left. Let's see if my replay works. And it doesn't. Let's see if we can fix that here.
Creek keeps the ball. Nolting goes back to Nolting, and then Nolting going to bring it around the top, tries to find a man in the crease, but doesn't have it. That was Wyatt Branish he was trying to go for. Just not there.
That? Looks like my replay system decided to stop working and uninstall itself. So for right now, that is something I will configure later.
Yeah, long pass there from Connor Gilchrist, just sails out of bounds. Those long sticks are no easy task for passing the ball with.
As Derek Sprague calls them, the poles.
Bruins trying to tie up this game. 3 minutes left in the first period. Ollie Nolting at the top. Bringing it down the left side. Spins, comes back, takes a shot. Another great save from Nick Pangborn. Now the Warriors are trying to move it up quick, but stolen by the Bruins. Nolting passes it over to Branish, and then up top to Davil. Davil in the middle, goes to McGinnis. Great goal work so far from Nick Pangborn.
Yeah, defense has really stepped up. That's been the biggest key so far for this team. There's another shot saved, Nick Pangborn. That's a hard shot to block, especially on the bounces like that.
Right, those bounces can be hard to predict, but Nick Pangborn making it look easy right now.
There's the Air Force commit Connor Gilchrist. Tossing it over to Garrett Drouse. And
we're going to get a timeout, it looks like. Timeout called by the Warriors, so Warriors with 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Still hold that 1-0 lead. That goal came from Nick Parker. That was Nick Parker's 16th goal of the season. Having himself a very good season in his junior year. And then Nick Pangborn bit a brick wall pretty much. Nothing allowed past him so far.
yeah, Arapahoe looking really solid here. And just want to apologize again for that late start there. Battling some technical difficulties, some we haven't had in a minute regarding our audio. And so you wouldn't have been able to hear what we would have been saying. Big shout out to Tascam. Not sure why that's not working. We're going to try and see if we can fix our stadium audio now. So thanks for sticking with us. We appreciate it. Also, we do have a wireless camera. Seiler down there running that one. Looks to be working nicely, as I forgot to set up my multi-view. So definitely a learning experience today. Let me... Trey, can you drive the camera for me real quick? I'm going to get some final things set up. This is 100% on me. I decided to not set up correctly. Here we go.
This is Nick Parker with the ball. Excuse the horrendous camera work. Parker, he loses it. Bruins steal the ball, bringing it up the field. Cross mid. And then not sure what happened. Oh, I believe an injury. That's an Arapahoe player that's injured. Not a sight you ever want to see. I believe that is either Nick Parker or Max Bandel. That is Nick Parker. Hard sight to see as a Warrior fan.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard loss.
Yep. Yeah, they're pretty much giving him full support off the field. He is not putting any weight on that right foot.
Of course, my file explorer opens in another side. Come here. Currently working on getting instant replay up and running. Apologize about the way things are not working. It's just me talking from a director perspective. I'm going to close down OBS. I'll be right back with you. Don't go anywhere. You're watching ASN. And we welcome you back. Apologize about the brokenness of our stuff. It's been a minute since we've touched anything. Let's see if our replay works here. I'll give it about 20 seconds. Nick Parker slowly making his way off the field.
Yeah, hard sight. Nick Parker, one of the best, without a doubt, best players on this Warrior team. But they'll have to make do without him.
For sure.
If he is not able to come back into the game. Bruins ball at around the 45-yard line.
See if this replay works. Hey, it works. We're back.
A minute left in the first quarter. McGuines with the ball, just holding it pretty much.
It's almost why there should be a shot clock in high school lacrosse. Not sure what he's thinking. Probably wants to get the last shot of the quarter off. I think it's a little too early to be calling that play there.
Yeah, I believe he's just trying to hold it, set something up, and then take that last 20, 15 seconds to have the last shot.
Seiler, can you come up here?
Finally some action coming around. A shot. Misses bottom left. That was Ollie Nolting.
Yeah, wide left. Oh, Seiler can't hear me. That's why. Today's a learning experience, if you couldn't tell.
Nolting bringing it back. He's got 10 seconds. Another great save from Pangborn. Fighting for it on the ground. Pangborn comes out with it, and that'll be it for the first quarter of lacrosse. Warriors still with that 1-0 lead. Nick Parker with the goal. He's currently being checked out for an injury. We'll try to update you guys on that later. We pray and hope for him to make a recovery, but not sure what's going on there. Got 3 more quarters, though, of lacrosse to be played. This is a big 1-3 matchup. The Bruins with the 1 seed and the Warriors with the 3 seed. Both teams undefeated. Whoever loses this game will get their first loss on their record. High stakes game. Thank you for joining us here on Arapahoe Sports Network. We're going to take a quick break before our
Check, check. Seiler, can you hear me? I sincerely apologize. I'm really tired. This is going to be this is going to be a broadcast that gets me in trouble. No doubt about it.
Yeah, this broadcast might have to be deleted after this.
Yeah, no, you are not going to see this broadcast until it is edited. Here we go. Second quarter underway. You guys did not hear what I just said. Oh my gosh.
All right. Creek ball.
My career's over.
Creek ball, that's Davil.
Or Nick Castellanos is going to hit home run.
I get the reference.
I'm going to, should I like take this broadcast down or something? Like, I don't know, man. Audio is not something we want to dabble with. We're just going to.
Vanderveld at the top for the Bruins.
There you go.
Trying to get something to go.
Oh, wait.
Creek has had a couple of shot opportunities, but
There we go.
Pangborn just has been holding up strong.
There you go. Apologies about that. We're going to get our field camera underway. My career is definitely over following this game, unless you guys be good and don't report me.
A ball loose on the ground, finally picked up by the Bruins and thrown in to the goal by Benji Davoli.
Talk about a stroke of luck.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that again.
I mean, it just, ball falls on the ground, Davoli finds it and just slips it right under Nick Pangborn's stick. That's a hard shot to save. You don't really know what's going on if you're the goalie in that situation.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Trying to track the ball and then react fast enough.
It's a beautiful night here, beautiful day here at LPS Stadium. The weather in the 60s, t-shirt and shorts type of weather. As here comes Alec Louder. Haven't seen him in a minute, at least here on the home turf. It's been mainly Kaleo Kasani, I believe. Or correction, Kieran McGuire.
Creek gets the ball back quickly. That's McKines over to Minisini, excuse me. Minisini whips one in. That one's wide left. Creek keeps the ball. Bringing it around the net. Doesn't take a shot, tries to find his guy down in the crease. Not there. Warriors fighting for the ball here. A shot whipped on goal is off. That was Ollie Notzing that tried to make that one. Minisini behind the goal. Minisini spins and a great shot. Beautiful, right at the top of the net. Just not quite Nick Pangborn, or Nick Pangborn's just not quite able to find that one.
Yeah, I think the confidence definitely got up there for the Warriors following that first quarter. Rough start.
Yeah,
and a great start for the Bruins.
Warriors virtually have had no time on their offensive side of the ball this quarter. It's been so far completely dominated by the Bruins. 2 goals in his first 2 minutes.
This is going to turn into a take what you can get type of situation.
And that's a quick shot off of the face-off.
Yeah, off the shin of Nick Pangborn. Got lucky there.
That was Henry Goldberg that won the face-off, picked up his own ball, and then tried to shoot it.
Not sure what that type of shot was.
Out of bounds, ball stays with the Bruins.
Glad I missed the button.
At the top. That's Davil. Then passed over to Minisini, who tries to whip one in. A speedy shot.
Yeah, 90 miles an hour on the gun there. I'm just kidding. There's no gun. I wish we had a speedometer. That'd be kind of cool to display that info, but yeah. Ooh, a rough day for me. I apologize.
Mendicini, another shot. That one goes in again. He's 2 for 2.
Now, if I'm Coach Bobzine, I'm going to wonder, when do I call that timeout?
Yeah, maybe wasted one a little bit earlier in that first quarter when Warriors had the momentum. But 3-1 now. Bruins have really showed up in this second quarter. Only 3 minutes in, and they've scored 3 goals.
Yeah, gotta wonder what Coach Bob's in. There we go. Oh, never mind. Let's go into the Bruins.
It's a face-off. It's like, he went early basically on the face-off, so it just is immediately a win for the Bruins.
Yeah, gotta clean that up here, especially here in that first quarter, or after a great first quarter. Can't let them get ahead.
Bruins bringing it around. A shot goes wide right. That was from Ollie Nolting. Warriors have to find something here. This defense needs to get a steal or something. Shot brought around, missed left. That was a good opportunity for McKines, but just bounced it left.
Yeah, if you don't know, Bruins in black tonight, Arapahoe in white.
Nolting might have had a shot, doesn't take it. Another good save from Pangborn. Then a hit from the long stick. Finally gets the ball back in the Warriors' hands. That was a shot from Gus Blue that missed, resulting in the Warriors getting the ball. Then gets stolen again here by the Bruins.
Andrew Smart, the former baseball player, getting some playing time.
Oh, and just nothing you can do there if you're Nick Pangborn. That's Wyatt Branish gets wide open. They had a little 2-on-1 breakaway.
Low-key curious if that was that may have been a crease violation. Let's take a look at that again. Just kind of got in there and.
Perfect, actually.
Yeah, right there on the dot.
Yep. It's great lacrosse. It's great coaching. Bruins 4-1. The Warriors have not gotten the ball on the on their side of the 50-yard line in virtually this whole second quarter. This time the Bruins go early.
Got to make something out of nothing here. This is your first opportunity. Already down 4 or down 3, letting them score 4 goals within the first few minutes.
Foa has it on the right side of the field. Bringing it down near the goal. Finally passes it over to, I'm actually not sure, that was Landon Wilson. Then it's now in Brody Nelson's hands. Nelson up to the sophomore, Tyler Napoli. Then over to Cronin. Cronin takes a check. Warriors just moving it around, trying to get some momentum back on their side. T-Nap running around. Then it's back to Cronin. Cronin loses it. Picks it back up, though. Foa by the goalie, and a quick pass to Nelson. Nelson squeezes it in. That's beautiful teamwork from the two captains and seniors.
BJ! Gotta love that.
Yeah, that's beautiful, actually, from the Warriors there. That's perfect play. Wes Foa just tosses it right into Nelson's net, and then Nelson just finishes the job.
Let's take a look at that again. Beautiful bang bang type of play, and I'll take that any day of the week. Warriors cut the lead down to 2.
Bruins win the face-off. Goldberg comes out with it. and then they're gonna lose it, and it'll go Warrior ball. A little bit of momentum shifting into the Warriors' favor.
Need that, need that, need that.
Yeah, absolutely. Long pass from Pangborn, and the Warriors gonna slip up, but a timeout called from the Warriors saves them.
Yeah, that's huge. Just take a look at that slip up there again.
Timeout called just before the Warriors lose the ball.
Big shout out to our on-field camera op, Seiler, always doing a phenomenal job. If you remember, he did football last year and a handful of other sports, just got it down to a science. Big shout out to Seiler down there. Thank you for running that camera. Also got the great Grant Carlsgott on the discs, spinning the discs for the Warriors. He's finally got that figured out. You'll probably hear a halftime show from him coming up here in about 6 minutes.
Yeah, huge congratulations to Grant and everything he's accomplishing. If you haven't yet, go check him out. His Instagram is granted.wave, W-A-V. He's an up-and-coming artist in the EDM house music genre.
We have a few of his songs. Love What I Hear. He's a new remix of, he's a new remix coming out. Go check him out on your favorite streaming platforms. I believe he has some songs on there. Or follow him on Instagram. As we pick up action here, pass into Sam Johnson, wearing the same number he had in football this year.
Yeah, a lot of these guys keep the same number. I know Wes Foa also rocking 15. He rocked that same number in the basketball season.
And same thing with Andrew Smart, closer. Smart rocked number 2 this year, I believe, for football. Rocking 16 this year. Andrew Smart, a senior. This is his first year playing lacrosse, but he's a very talented athlete all around. Was one of the committed to Dartmouth for football. Nice pass into Landon Wilson, just a little high. Warriors will retain possession. They were closer on that out-of-bounds call. But as I was saying, back to Andrew Smart, a well-rounded player, has been able to kill it on the baseball field and more specifically the football field. Once again, like I said, committed to Dartmouth for football.
It's super impressive as we get a shot from T-Nap. That was a solid 30-foot shot. Just slings it in. Beautiful shot from the sophomore. That gets his first goal of the night, brings the score within 1.
Beautiful top shelf there from Tyler Napoli. And this is why Arapahoe has been killing it on the offense tonight. Both attempts, or I think 2 of the 3 attempts they've had this quarter have resulted in them scoring a goal on offense.
Yeah, Alec Louder quickly wins the faceoff for the Warriors, but it gets stolen by the Bruins. They're bringing it down the other side, slowing it down to set up their offense. That's McKines at the top.
Again, Cherry Creek taking that sort of slower approach. Not sure what the decision making is there.
McKines bringing it down. Passed over to Minicini. And a shot slinged in by Ollie Nolting. Another missed shot from him. He's been off his game a little bit tonight. He is averaging 3 goals on the season though, so if he can get it cooking for the Bruins, that could be a problem for the Warriors. Bruins bringing it around. trying to find a shot. Momentum back in the Warriors' favor, I would say, a little bit. And, of course, the announcer's jinx. Minicini gets his third shot, or his third goal of the game. On an unassisted goal, just slings it in.
Let's take a look at that again. Just Nick Pangborn not necessarily in the right headspace there. You can see his head was looking to the wrong side, it looks like. As Warriors were reset down 2 once again.
Of course, as soon as I say the momentum is favoring, you know, the Warriors, it's a goal for the Bruins, but
yeah, I can never jinx it, but imply it, as Jake Chow says.
a long pole over on offense. Good save from Pangborn off his stick, bounces out of bounds. The long pole ended up on offense off the faceoff. Bruins, Nolting with it. Pass across, loses it. That's Davoli that loses it. Excuse me, Davol. Now another shot just slides past Nick Pangborn's right arm, or left arm. That was a shot from McKines. So now the Bruins pulling away once again with the 3-point lead. 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Are you seriously playing Pokemon Go right now?
Yes.
Bruh.
They hate us because they ain't us.
That's what Maddox Menger says. You sophomores are something else. Anyway.
You act like you weren't a sophomore one day.
I was a sophomore.
Right.
I was a sophomore. Shout out sophomore Max Shaver, the year ASN actually started to be good. A little bit of a fight for it on the ground. Nobody can seem to pick it up. And picked up by West Foa.
Yeah, Foa finds it. Does a little 360.
Beautiful tracking there from Seiler.
Foa slowing it down so that Warriors can sub. That's Carson Cronin coming in for Garrett Draws. Nelson behind the goal finds the pass to Cronin. It actually doesn't find the pass, excuse me. Napa Lily behind the goal, swinging it around, gets it up to the top, then back over to Foa. Foa takes a shot, bottom left corner and in.
And Warriors able to rebound nicely off of that one.
Great shot there from West Foa. He's committed to St. Joseph's University for lacrosse. Nice D1 college. Very proud of all our Arapahoe signees that are signed to colleges.
Yeah, going on to play many play sports in high school, but only few play sports at the college level. So big shout out to them.
Speaking of college commitments, our very own Max Shaver is going to CU.
Yep. We also, we got a timeout here. And Cherry Creek will call that one. As Arapahoe, that'll give Arapahoe a good opportunity to regroup here. Again, we'd like to apologize for the moment we had earlier this afternoon, where we were getting things ready and, a bit of a late start than we'd like to see, as our audio system is sometimes not deciding to work very well.
okay, Mac. You're doing your best.
I'm trying my best. I like to, dare I say,
You like to dare you say?
hold on, I'm sorry. I got an email. I'm sorry. Got a text from a buddy of mine saying they can hear us down on the field. I don't know. And we also got some drop frames. I don't know. I, again, like to apologize about any language that I may have said. None of that was intentional. It's just out of frustration. As we're going to pick things up here following the Cherry Creek timeout. Wonderful camera shots.
Sticks and stones may break my bones.
But at the end of the day,
oh man, Mac. It's okay. It's okay, Mac. You're doing it. You're doing your best.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm trying. I just told myself, as I was saying, to a reputation where, you know, everything has to be really nice. And, you know, if we're not holding ourselves to that reputation, then I get angry.
I think you just need to start like mouth taping. You know, do you mouth tape at night, Mac?
My brother does. Are we making a Ashton Hall reference here?
Well, I don't know. Do you drink Saratoga water? Do you rub a banana on your face in the morning? Like,
I know Will Sommerfeld does. We also added more sound effects to our wonderful soundboard. And so expect to hear more of those throughout the next few broadcasts we have. Speaking of next broadcast, Arapahoe Soccer takes on Grandview tomorrow. We'll be doing that one with our buddy Jake Chow over at Grandview. So look forward to that one.
Bruins still with that 2-score lead. Just over a minute left, and that shot goes wide left, or wide right, excuse me. Bruins keep the ball. That was a miss from Ollie Nolting. A quick shot from Nolting. Not sure how that didn't go in.
It's a wonderful save there from the Arapahoe defense, and
yeah,
great pickup there by Kevin, by KK Lyons.
Oh my gosh, Nick Pangborn.
That's what you call a stroke of luck for the Warriors. Whew. You gotta love it.
Pangborn runs out of the net there to try to get the ball back, passes it up to Foa. That pass was terrible, gets stolen, and then somehow Pangborn makes it back into the net and hits it off his foot in the right corner, or in the left corner when that shot came in from Minicini.
And Cherry Creek slowing the clock down as they did last time.
Yep, trying to get that final shot of the first half. Ball down to Nolting. Down in the X spot. Nolting.
Under 10 seconds to go here in the half.
Finds Minicini. Minicini whipping one in, and it's missed left. He's got a hat trick in the first half.
Deep
3
pass.
seconds, just a long pass. Nothing will come from it.
And that'll do it for the first half. Warriors down and got some work to do. Your score, 6-4 as we head to halftime. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Arapahoe Sports Network. Thanks for joining us. We'll take 10 minutes and be back here soon. Love y'all.
now we're face to face. I wanna take you away. Let's escape into the music. DJ, let it play. I just can't refuse it. Like the way you do this. Keep on rocking through it. Please don't stop it. Please don't stop the music. I wanna take you away. Let's escape into the music. DJ, let it play. I just can't refuse it. Like the way you do this. Keep on rocking through it. I've got sunshine.
We welcome you back. Your score at the end of the first half, Warriors down a measly 6-2. As we're enjoying some nice halftime tunes by the wonderful Grant Carlscott as we get ready here to go. Trey, what are your thoughts on what the Warriors got to do?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a back and forth contest. Warriors started it off. They were leading 1-0 in that first quarter. And then, of course, the Bruins then, at the start of the second quarter, in the first 3 minutes, scored 3 goals. Then the Warriors responded with scoring a couple goals of their own. And then right at the end of the first half, Bruins pulled away once again. Right now, Brody Nelson with a goal, Wes Foa with a goal, Nick Parker with a goal, and Tyler Napoli with a goal. Since that injury in the first quarter from Nick Parker, we have not seen him back on the field yet.
Yeah, I was actually taking a look down there on the bench following the first quarter, or following the first half. He did not go to the locker room with the team. And
you can see him on crutches right there.
He did not go to the locker room with the team. He was sitting there on the bench enjoying the light show. And wonderful, wonderful job by the great Grant Carlscott. I'm going to give him a shout out, matter of fact. Give it up for Grant Carlscott, your halftime entertainment.
All right, it's about to start the second half. Thank you for joining us here on Arapahoe Sports Network. We appreciate you all. This is our first broadcast with commentary this lacrosse season, first of many.
Yeah, definitely one intended on picking it up a little more. But, you know, as you know, some people may feel down and out about things, and it's understandable as we are underway here to begin the third quarter of action here at LPS Stadium.
Warriors started off with a face-off win.
Low-key.
Sullivan with it at the top, goes over to Foa.
Most who has the ball, there it is.
Then over to Cronin. Cronin into Sullivan. Sullivan misses right. Warriors maintain possession. Napalili just has to throw it over to Sullivan. Sullivan spins around, misses Cronin. Would have been a great opportunity for Cronin, but just couldn't quite connect there.
Yeah, a little too close.
Nelson at the top. Spins, comes down, takes a shot and in. That's his second goal of the night. Brings the Warriors within one. A great start to the second half for the Warriors. Five to 6 now. Lots of lacrosse still to be played.
Yeah, Warriors needed that though.
Absolutely.
And
great way to come out of halftime. Coach Bob Zine clearly said something that worked. 48 seconds in, and Brody Nelson with the quick goal.
Yeah, love to see that from the senior. And Alec Louder with the nice pickup.
Yeah, another face-off win for the Warriors.
Warriors are trying to move quickly here, get something going.
Nelson over to Napoli. Napoli finds Barca, and Barca swings it in. Beautiful pass from Tyler Napoli. It's a tie game, 6 to 6. Gavin Barca ties it up.
Gotta love that. Let's take a look at that again. Again, I said they were intending on moving quickly, and right they were. Bang, bang. Gavin Barca, the junior, ties it up at 6.
Fantastic way to bring it out to start this second half.
And a false start. Warrior ball.
Yeah, it's a super important matchup. Our own Angelo calling it the game of the year. At least for the regular season, I would say this is the game of the year for the Warriors. Cherry Creek consistently one of the best lacrosse teams. They are ranked #1 in Colorado currently.
Yeah, Warriors only getting 2 goals in the span of 1 minute. Love to see that urgency from them. Now you got to take that and still act like you're still down 2. And just keep scoring after scoring after scoring. And just flipping Cherry Creek on top of their heads.
Foa with it. Over on the left side. Goes over to Cronin. Cronin brings his stick around. Oh, loses it. Warriors not able to get it back.
Yeah, picked up by the pole there, Cherry Creek. Good defense there. Almost makes him lose it by Brody Nelson. It's a foot race.
That's Will Howard. He just toss it back to the goalie, Owen Corsi. And then bringing it up quick is Minicini. He's got 3 goals.
Great defense by the Air Force commit, Connor Gilchrist. Only a junior, by the way. Same thing with Nick Parker. Those two both really close friends. We get to see that bond almost every week.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't believe Nick Parker will be participating in any more of this game.
Yeah, cleats are off, helmet is off.
Yep.
Pads are off. He's just chatting it up with his crutches. So we wish him a speedy recovery. He is a vital asset to this Warriors offense.
He had that first goal of the night for the Warriors.
Yeah, got things started for them on defense or on offense.
Good defense here from the Warriors. Bruins have yet to take a shot. Nolting has it. He loses it. It's stolen by Gilchrist.
Connor Gilchrist, a 3-on-1 situation. Picked up by Owen Sherrod.
Yeah, Sherrod almost has a bad pass, almost makes him lose it, but it's picked up by KK Lyons.
And a late check there.
Yeah, KK Lyons is
Warrior
knocked down.
ball. Let's take a look. Oh, we got a timeout called by the Warriors. Didn't really catch it there. There's a lot going on. I'm going to step away for a minute. I'll be right back.
Warriors absolutely had a hot start to the season. They're 7-0. They've beat Rock Canyon, Regis Jesuit, Cheyenne Mountain, Santa Fe, La Costa, Kent Denver. Creek also with a hot start of their own. They're 8-0. They beat Monarch, La Costa, Torrey Pines, ESD Legend, Park City, Denver South, and now looking at Arapahoe. One of these teams will no longer be undefeated after this game. That they are the last 2 remaining undefeated teams in the 5A division. So after this, there will be a clear #1, I guess, with the undefeated record. The Warriors bringing it around. That's T-Nap over to Foa. Foa spins and slips up.
You got to pick it up there.
It got hit by the turf monster there.
And he picks it up nicely. Though you wouldn't really expect to see a turf monster here at the newly renovated LPS Stadium. And a rough pass into Tyler Napalili. It'll be Bruin possession.
Bruins bringing it up the field, trying to get something happening. I would say most of the, or a lot of the momentum is in the Warriors' favor right now. That's Branish swinging it up to Minicini. Minicini's trying to set up his offense. That's Blue with the ball. And Blue goes down to McKines.
Look, he lost it. There it is. Hardest thing about filming lacrosse is seeing the ball as there's a shot and Cherry Creek regains the lead.
Yeah, beautiful job by McKines there. Just brings it around the Warrior defender. Slips it in.
And Warriors got to make something happen here. Kind of got sloppy on offense following those 2 goals in the first minute. And something. It's Bruin ball.
Yeah, some sort of foul on the Warriors. Bruins with it. Got plenty of time, 6 minutes and 46 seconds left in the third quarter. A lot of goals yet to be scored. As Ollie Nolting passes it up to Davil. Davil bringing it down, and he makes it. Just misses Nick Pangborn's stick. Now 8-6 in favor of the Bruins.
Yeah, got to clean that up. That's all I can say right now. Just clean it up, clean it up, clean it up. Warriors in a rough spot. Down 2 again like they were at the half. Got hopeful, but you got to get them on offense again for them to let them shine. As here comes Alec Louder.
Over to Nelson. Nelson spins. Then finds
It's Landon Wilson.
Yeah, Landon Wilson. Then over to Owen Smith.
Yeah, Owen Smith, good to see the senior get some playing time in the Creek game. It was a big game.
Napoli spins around, then goes to Nelson.
Over to Johnson.
Smith over to Napoli. Napoli bringing it around, spins. He's gonna have a shot, doesn't, or just misses it. Tried to go for the top left corner, just couldn't quite hit it.
And Owen Smith will pick it up for the Warriors. Getting that rule when you make a shot, whoever's close to it gets the ball.
That's Owen Smith with it once again. Smith over to Wilson.
Over to Nelson.
Then to Nelson. Nelson's shot misses right.
Napoli to pick that one up. Brody Nelson, the High Point University commit, I believe. He may have changed that. I heard they got some new coaching staff over there. So, as of right now, going to High Point. And Tyler Napoli absolutely getting bodied there by a Creek defender. Just kind of put him in a headlock with his stick. And Creek will pick it up.
Creek bringing it down. That's Vanderveld. And Vanderveld will just go all the way. Take it all the way and get the Bruins their 9th goal of the night. They now have a 3-score lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but Warriors got to figure out something quick. Coach Bob Zine has got to figure out when to use that second timeout.
It was close again. It was close last year. It's close again this year. Still a whole nother quarter and change left to be played. So don't overlook that. And Lacrosse is a quick scoring game. Again, like we saw earlier, able to get 2 goals in a span of a minute. Momentum can easily shift.
Foa over to Sullivan. Then Sullivan goes over to Cronin. And Cronin back to Foa. Middies just swinging it around. Foa long pass. Missed. That was a pass to Gilchrist. Or excuse me, Landon Wilson. I keep messing that one up. It's just, pass just went a little high. The goalie gonna bring it up for the Bruins. Looking for something. Oh, big check, but the Bruin player just eats it up. That was
Owen Smith, or
that was McKines.
Owen Sherrod on the check there.
Just absolutely eats that hit. And Minicini looking for his 4th goal of the night. Passes it back behind the net to Kilkenny. And then it's going to be stolen by the Warriors.
Need that.
Yeah, brought up quickly by
Andrew
Smart. Napalili bringing it around. Smart's going to sub off for Sullivan.
Unfair disadvantage right now. There goes Sullivan, a rough pass picked up by the pole of Cherry Creek.
Great job from that long pole. That's Charlie Kiefer. I mean, he just played that absolutely perfectly.
I mean, you can see it in the Warriors' just body language, frustration.
They get a steal here, though. Landon Wilson steals it.
You can't do that.
Gets, I don't remember what that's called. I'm still in basketball mode. Okay. Well, it's a foul, or it's a penalty nonetheless.
It's a slash.
Slash. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, Mac. It's a slash.
Informal slash, so nobody's going to the penalty box yet.
We have had no real penalties so far in the game. That's Cronin with it. Then passes up to Foa.
And
something
turnover
called on the Warriors. So ball will go to the Bruins now. Coach Bob Zine not happy about that. And a quick shot is ripped onto goal. That shot came from Benji Davil. And that's gonna put the Bruins in the double digits. 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
gotta lock in here.
Just been a rough 3rd quarter.
It's the biggest deficit the Warriors have had so far. Down by 4. They were down by 3 earlier when it was 4-1.
Louder trying to give his team something. And that face-off will go in the Bruins' favor. The long pole takes a shot. Good save from Pangborn, but the Bruins just get it right back. Branish finds it. It got tipped off of Pangborn's stick, and then Branish finds it, and just an easy shot for him.
Yeah, an unfortunate series of events there. There's that shot from the pole, happens to just ricochet right in there, and they get that goal. And Warriors down 5, 11-6. Bruins, a rough day. for the Warriors. 1:30 left to go in the third.
Another face-off one for the Bruins. This time Minesini has it.
You can see Nick Pangborn, or not Nick Pangborn, Nick Parker over there on the bench, kind of look of disappointment and anger. As he knows if he was in this game, it would be a little bit of a different result. Only wanting to help your team as much as you can. And Cherry Creek's going to waste it down. See if they can get the final shot of the quarter.
That's McKines holding it over around the 45-yard line.
Surprised the Arapahoe fans aren't booing this right now. This is, got to see if you can do something. Definitely be happening if it was basketball. Here comes
Finally,
the Bruins.
Yep, Bruins bringing it in.
Stolen!
Gets stolen.
By Peyton Maxwell. Here
Warriors
we go.
got a little bit. Connor Gilchrist
Clean
goes
it up.
over to Wilson. Then that's Nelson with it. Nelson gonna sling one, and that's off, and the Bruins will get it. 10 seconds now. Bruins moving fast, trying to get one more shot off before the end of the third quarter. Almost gets stolen again by the Warriors, but that'll do it. Triple zeros. And so the third quarter being dominated by the Bruins. They outscored the Warriors 5-2. So there'll be 12 more minutes for the Warriors to try to bring this game back.
Got to see what you can do.
Just a rough turn of events in those last 8 minutes-ish of the third quarter.
Like to give a big shout out to our video engineering team, parentheses me. Got our new Pixelot video system installed here at the stadium, so if you can't catch, or if we're not broadcasting a game, you can catch that game live on the NFHS network. Fortunately, there's a small price to pay, but you can have a free view of the game, or not free, but a view of the game if you're in the need. Shout out to our athletic director, Mr. Chavers, getting that set up.
Wait, did you just shout yourself out, Mac?
Can I not?
No, you can't. You can't. I mean, it's just like self-promo. I don't know.
Yeah. It's called pulling a Will Sommerfeld.
Right.
Anyway, fourth quarter about to begin here. Warriors in desperate need. And Alec Louder to face off. This is just so far what I'm seeing tonight is just one unfortunate series of events, and then really just physical size being the dominating factor for the Warriors. I mean, for the Bruins, a lot of strong plays. Again, we saw that check earlier from Owen Sherrod. Didn't work out in his favor, just pure strength.
Yeah, and the Bruins also are going on these scoring runs. They'll score 3 goals in a couple minutes, and the Warriors just can't do anything. The Bruins just dominate and keep the ball on their side of the field for a couple minutes straight, and there's just not much you can do when you're the Warriors. You can't sub. You can't. I mean, you just got to try to hold up. As we get a shot. Good save from Pangborn.
I don't even know how I would have saved that. That went way too fast. I just want to view that again. Just in a blink of an eye, it was there. That's incredible.
Don't discredit Lacrosse goalies. It is it is the hardest position on the lacrosse field, without a doubt, and a very hard position in all of sports. You'd be surprised at how hard it is to save a lacrosse shot. Actually, I don't know if you would be surprised. It is a tiny ball.
Picked up by Nelson.
Nelson over to Webster. Then over to T-Nap. Napalili tries to spin. Doesn't really get much from it. And he goes to Sullivan. Sullivan up to Foa.
Haven't seen much of West Foa tonight on the offensive side of the ball. But he can be there when you need it.
He's got 1 goal. He also has that 1 assist to Brody Nelson, but haven't seen him much in the second half.
Very much correct. So here comes Soares Sullivan.
Yeah, Sullivan up to T-Nap, then over to Webster. Foa loses it, but quickly gets it back. Foa spins, finds Nelson. Nelson gonna take a shot, just misses right, but ball will stay with the Warriors.
Really, Jello, you should have caught that, man.
Almost took out our wonderful Angelo DiCierto. The great, the amazing, the phenomenal Angelo, AKA Shot by Jello.
Nope.
I love my soundboard.
Foa! Announcer's curse works out in the Warriors' favor. Just talking about him not doing much this second half. Gets the Warriors started on a little comeback. 4 points now, the deficit.
Yeah, I needed that. Let's take a look at that again. Just swings around, finds an open gap, and bang. Warriors cut things down a little bit. And Alec Louder to take the face-off. Got to hold on to this here. Get 4 more. Push yourselves. Overdrive, as Grandview calls it.
Warriors trying to find the ball. What ball is?
It's just thrown around. There goes a pull.
Stick.
And there goes that guy. Picked up, and we're going to have a penalty. Or turnover. I don't know. Let's take a look at that series of events. Get things sorted out. Just there goes the stick. There goes the fall. And we get our whistle.
It'll be Bruin ball. Blue with it. Getting poked a little bit. But bring it around. Oh!
Behind
and
the
another
back.
goal. Beautiful shot from Wyatt Branish.
Number 22, Gus Blue. Goal number 6, Wyatt Branish.
Yeah, great shot. Just brings it around. Good pass. And then behind the back.
Takes some balls to do that.
Yeah, that was dirty right there. That's not much you can do if you're Nick Pangborn. That's a virtually an impossible shot to save. Perfectly placed in that bottom right corner.
Big thing about it, you never expect it.
Yeah. Louder on the face-off. Loses it. Breakaway and a quick goal from Henry Goldberg. Off the face-off, just runs down and just tosses it right in the bottom right corner once again.
And this is going to turn into an academic moment for the Warriors.
Yep. This is what happens when you face an experienced team like the Bruins.
I mean, don't call the Warriors inexperienced.
Right.
I mean,
that's a good
good chunk of this squad was the state championship team last year. But it was also held on by a lot of seniors. Trey Lundberg, Mikey Moynihan, just to name a few. So 13-7 Bruins.
Timeout going to be called here by the Warriors.
A much needed timeout.
Oh, it's actually a timeout from Creek.
And I mean, 8 minutes left, down by 6. Game not 100% out of your hands. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, anything can happen. I mean, lacrosse, you can score so quickly that 8 minutes is really plenty of time. But it's just about keeping the ball on the other side, because whenever the Warriors are losing possession, the Bruins are just taking advantage of it and just whipping shots on goal. Nick Pangborn, not much he can do right now.
Yeah, just a rough outing. There you can see Nick Parker on crutches, kind of trying to tip in a little advice as much as he can. And that was a big factor, and I think if not the reason the Warriors might not take this game home tonight.
Yeah, Nick Parker, a huge part of the Warrior team. Clearly was the only goal scorer in the first quarter.
So you can see him walking off there with his crutches. Great shot by Seiler. Bruins will have the ball to begin.
Nolting brings it around. Bruins, another shot. Good save from Parker, or from Pangborn, excuse me.
I wish it was Parker. Yeah, we need him now more than ever. It's kind of like Landeskog getting hurt on the Avalanche. He is coming back, though.
He is.
Good for him. And
good to see it. And there we go. We got a yellow flag out. It's going to be on the Bruins. So they will stay. They can keep playing till the ball crosses, or till the ball gets in the Bruins stick. Sullivan thought about shooting it. Pulls it back. He throws it over to Foa. Foa spins, trying to make a move.
Fades a
Loses
defender.
a defender. Sullivan has an open shot and misses it left.
Number 4, Sawyer Sullivan.
I genuinely think he got it. Hold on. Yeah, wide left. I was looking at the angle from Seiler. I just saw net movement. And there's that flag there on the ground. Somebody's going to the penalty box. That'll be number 1 of the Bruins.
Yeah, that is Will Howard.
Penalty is on Bruins. Number 1, Will Howard, slash.
Going to be a slashing penalty. It'll be a minute in the box. Gives the Warriors a little bit of an advantage here. Should try to capitalize off this.
Yeah, need to move as fast as you can here. Got to find those open gaps. Again, first real penalty here of the game where somebody's going to the box. Good to see it's clean play.
Warriors just passing it around, trying to find a good shot. Loses it for a second, but Cronin is able to quickly get it back. Nelson over to Sullivan. Back to Nelson. Nelson tries to find Wilson, but is unable to. And then that gets stolen by Tyler Napalili. Heat seeking missile seeks that one out. Nelson a shot. Misses up top.
Number 2, Brody Nelson.
And it'll stay with the Warriors.
15 seconds left on that penalty.
Wilson over to Nelson. And a shot from Tyler Napalili. Slings it in for his second goal of the night. Brings the Warriors within a light little 5 points.
Yeah, needed that. Still not over yet, though.
Lots of basketball.
Yeah, lots of basketball left to play, Trey.
Oh, man. Lots of lacrosse left to be played. Again, excuse the this is one of our rougher broadcasts. I
Yeah,
would say.
this is how you know we've been gone for a few weeks.
Yep.
We apologize about that.
Almost stolen by Nelson, but Bruins get it over on the other side of the field. A quick shot whipped in from Minicini. That one is no good.
Warriors calling a play here.
Ollie Nolting. Pass down to Branish. Oh, that's not Branish. That's McKines. Get a little challenging to see numbers all the way up here.
Cherry Creek keep playing the clock game, just trying to slow it down as much as they can.
Yep. McKines doesn't take the shot. Bruins lose it for a second. Luckily, Gus Blue is able to find it.
And it'll be Warrior ball. Needed that. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that tonight, but
Yeah, that is huge, though. Peyton Maxwell now throws it up to Colin Milkey, then over to Graham Reed.
Graham Reed, good to see him get in there. Look, you don't know who has it. Yeah, T-Namp has the ball.
Napalili over to Foa. Foa slips up, keeps the ball though. Warriors need a goal here. Up to Nelson. Nelson gets hit as he tries to spin. Then he goes over to Johnson. Sam Johnson on the field right now.
Yeah, Creek playing a really good zone defense.
Webster back to Wilson. Then to Nelson. Nelson loses a defender, gets picked up quickly though. Then up to Napalili. Napalili loses it, doesn't even know that he lost it. Unfortunate there from the Warriors. Now 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to be played. And a wide open shot. Warriors brought their whole team down for offense and just could not get back in time.
Yeah, kind of just a unfortunate, again, I'm going to keep saying it, unfortunate series of events. Messing up there on offense.
Yeah, it seems like that's kind of been the story of the game for the Warriors, just getting unlucky. Just not quite the game they were hoping for in this high seed matchup, but it's definitely something that they can learn from. They'll learn a lot from this game.
And if you remember, Arapahoe, they still had a really good record last year, only losing to Vista in the regular season. And maybe this could be that Vista game. You never know.
Yeah.
Again, don't say it, imply it. And there's a timeout called by the Warriors.
Warriors last season made the state championship game. They played the Valor Christian Eagles. It was a great game. It was snowing, I believe. And
It was not snowing. It was just stupid cold. I remember that game.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Fortunately, lost that one to the Valor Eagles. Not going to say the score of it, but it was not pretty.
No. But it's also Valor. Valor in the Chats RPI currently the second team. They're 7-1. Their only loss is to SICP, St. Ignatius College Preparatory Lacrosse in San Francisco, California. They are the #1 team in California. So nothing to hate on for the Eagles. The
Yeah, Valor last year, the number 3 seed going into playoffs. Arapahoe, the number 1 seed. And again, the reason they were seeded so low, losing to those out-of-state teams. By the way, when Arapahoe went to California earlier this year during spring break, they were undefeated, taking down I forgot what the school was called. Taking down La Costa Canyon and Santa Fe Christian. La Costa Canyon, that game went to overtime, won it 6-5. It's actually really cool to see our baseball team there too, supporting the Arapahoe lacrosse team in San Diego. It's really nice those trips lined up, so Warriors got to support Warriors even outside of Colorado. Warriors kind of in an urgency move here, looking to get another goal.
At 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Sullivan over to Cronin. Then Sullivan goes to Napalili. Back up to Cronin. Need to get a shot off soon here. Crazier things have happened.
That is very right. Yeah, last year Arapahoe took down Creek, I believe 8-7. And then the year before that, Arapahoe lost to Creek on home turf, I believe 9-7. It was a game that went to overtime. And Arapahoe here at home turf, getting a little revenge from Cherry Creek. So it seems.
Wilson swings it over to Napalili. Then
Over to
Sullivan.
Sullivan. Again, mistakes. Not working out in the Warriors' favor and just getting bodied right now by the Bruins.
I mean, it's definitely, you can tell the size of the Bruins on defenses. They're just workhorses and just working the Warriors. Sullivan and Cronin come off in just complete despair.
And Bruins know it too. And we'll get a timeout. There's a look of Brody Nelson. Warriors got some regrouping to do. We'll be back in a minute. Thanks for joining us. All right, we welcome you back. After the timeout, Arapahoe having a rough time here. As we're saying, down 6, excuse me. So I don't know where the ball went. There's the ball.
Bruins got it in the hands of the keeper. Keeper slings it down, open net. Somehow missed.
Shot. Number 9, Ollie Bolton.
Open net goal from Ollie Nolting. Just hasn't quite been Ollie Nolting's night.
You know, a lot of people were saying, look out for him, look out for him. And where was Nick Pangborn? Looks like Arapahoe's just trying to get a turnover as big as they can. Doesn't work out in their favor.
Yep, that'll pretty much do it. They're pulling the goalie out.
Yeah, turning into an empty net situation, kind of like hockey.
Warriors gave it their all. I mean, losing Nick Parker right at the end of the first quarter didn't help, but you know, they gave it their all. They had it tied up at one point in this game, but just kind of fell apart at the end of that third quarter, and that continued on in the fourth.
I think biggest things to learn from this one, clean up mistakes. Big time. I mean, you look at the mistakes that Tyler Napoli, a handful of other guys had, where, you know, ball comes out of the net. Oh, where did it go? And what do you know? Bruins are halfway down the field, score a goal off of it. So little mistakes and just some of the fundamentals got to get cleaned up if you're the Warriors. And I think you went into this one knowing the stakes, and then getting that goal early from Nick Parker kind of just set the tone of the mood in your brain and allowed you to let up, or made him let up a little bit, if I were to guess. And it just didn't work out for him tonight.
20 seconds now. Bruins just basically going to toss it around.
So low-key lost it.
If they do take another shot, I feel like it's a little bit.
It's a little unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, but they won't. 3 seconds, clock. Hits the 0-0-0s, and that'll do it. Bruins take the win 15-8. Warriors gave it their all, but just not quite enough. Mac, why don't you close it out for us from LPS Stadium?
Yeah, a rough loss tonight against Cherry Creek. You know, as I said earlier, got to clean up the mistakes. Fundamentals are huge. And when you're losing the ball and, you know, thinking too much of, oh, this is a big game, you're not going to go very far. And that was the perfect example of that tonight. So nothing to worry about. Warriors have had a one-loss season before, cough, cough, last year. And they can take a lot from this and learn. So we thank you for joining us here on Arapahoe Sports Network. We can't wait to bring you action of Arapahoe Soccer versus Grandview tomorrow with our friends over at Grandview TV, our first girls soccer broadcast of the year. And we'd like to give a special shout out to the whole crew who was able to make it tonight. Grant, Siler, and Trey, thanks for being here. We appreciate you. But unfortunately, Warriors come down hard to, as Coach Dollahan says, the evil empire. Have a good night, everyone, and we will see you tomorrow. And as we say, let's go Warriors.